We got beginner Andy. Let's give beginner Andy a beginner Sandy as well, right? So here we're gonna start SSF on beginner leveling with a cold Nightblade, cold Spellbreaker to be exact, actually. And yeah, let's see how we fare here on the new patch. Beginner Andrew. This is Monkas. I've never seen this cup. Dude, new intros would be so nice. Like rather new sequences in general would be pretty nice. The game was like what, 2, right? But I mean, I can understand that it doesn't really make sense for them to make new ones now. It's like they would not get any money out of it, right?
Still drawing breath.
Anyway.
You're not looking too bad. The bot you will need.
So first of all, we're gonna talk to these two guys. Turn the camera a bit. Get this little note here. Give us a small XP boost. Then equip whatever you're getting here, right? Get some more walking downs. And we should be like level 2. What about now? Seems good. Now, as a Nightblade, early on, you kinda wanna like be able to dual wield. And then also you kinda want to use ABB. Emerald Blade Burst is not a default attack replacer, as you can see, like it has a cooldown. But you can still like use it when you're like left to right mouse button. Because the character is gonna use default attacks whenever it's on cooldown anyway, so. Skipped intro, immersion broken. And actually, like, you don't really have to like check out all the houses. I mean, you can and should if you're new, and it's pretty nice to like read all the lore as well. They're also pretty good in this game, in my opinion at least. Yo, Capital, thanks for the sub, very much appreciated. Welcome on, welcome on. Did I recover after a long day? Kinda. Yeah, it was okay. And we have a chilled Allman's Axe. I guess even these get like affixes according to their damage type now. Like one of the biggest changes from this 1.1.7 patch is that if, for example, your monster frequent item has like a certain damage type as a base, right, as a implicit, then you will be more likely to get affixes with the same damage type. Such as, for example, Allman's Axe has like cold damage as a base, like as an implicit, and you will get, for example, chilled more often than others. Also, we're gonna take off the white items because they're kind of trash anyway. Like, let's not look at them, they're basically bad. And for like attributes, yeah, this is so crazy, man. And for attributes, you always wanna pretty much wanna follow the rule of like putting all points into physique, except for some points into cunning spirit that need to equip items. Hello Tempester, Kree and Desert Plains, welcome on, welcome on. And also this guy right here that I just killed, right, Balrog rather, he has a monster frequent as well, which is pretty good if you're like playing a shaman, for example, early on, or like a occultist with the plus the bloody fox. But I mean, I'm gonna use it here, and it's definitely better than this white shiv item, right? One thing that you have to note though is that if you use ABB on your left or right mouse button, right, your DPS will be a little bit scuffed, right? Because like the pluses and minuses to DPS will only show you like more DPS or less DPS for ABB, right? If you want to check like your true like default attack DPS increase or decrease, you have to like put this back to weapon attack and then hover over the items, right? And you can see like this one is actually way worse than say this one, even though it's like a little bit better for ABB. But like ABB is gonna not make up like the main portion of your build, because you kind of will
Well met.
be like not putting too many points actually. At least I will not do that. Also Johnny D6, thanks for the follow, welcome. Also remember to like get these lore nodes, right? They do give you experience as well in this game, so yeah, lore nodes are pretty awesome. Not only for reading, but also for experience. Yo, 40 and Samus, welcome guys. This is gonna be a Spellbreaker. This is gonna be a Spellbreaker, and we're gonna basically like see how far we can get with us. Hopefully until endgame, and also like some significant bosses later on as well. I mean, Spellbreaker should be pretty good now. I mean, it was like always a decent Nightblade to like play even as a like beginner, but now with all the monster frequencies, it should be even better than before actually. For example, Elena's necklace, right? The boss from Hargate's Isle, which, well, I'm not really able to show you right now, but we're gonna check it out later. It's really awesome as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just like push the bar here until I arrive at both Night's Chill and Lethal Assault. Like these are the two abilities that I want to aim for. And until then, I'm just gonna like 1-point stuff like Pneumatic Burst for like a heal, total speed, and also I'm gonna 1-point Shadow Strike as well to like be able to move around faster. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the smart loot that the Grim Dawn has now either. I kinda don't like it too much, because there are like some maybe a little bit wonky builds, but still like viable builds that need certain bases, like certain implicit items, right, with like certain monster frequencies, but like affixes that don't fit their base, right? I mean, I like that you have like a way easier time of like getting rare affixes now, but yeah, I'm not sure if I like the smart, in quotation marks, loot option. Or rather, it's not even an option, right? If it was an option, that would maybe be nicer, right? But it's not an option, it's like has been defaulted to, and you cannot change it actually. Maybe if they made it an option, that would be nice, but oh well. Also, we got Kaizak's Skull. This is one of the new monster frequencies as well, which is kind of, well, only good if you're playing an Arcanist, right? A level 5 Skull, 100% Aether to Fire damage conversion to Calidar's Tempest. Also +2 Flame Touched as well, and 2+2 Calidar's Tempest. I mean, that's not gonna be useful for us. And we got the first shrine in the game. Now, I mean, you basically have attributes points to spend, right? You have skill points to spend, you will have 2 masteries to choose from, and also you will have devotion points, right? Devotions are basically kind of like your 3rd mastery, and you have lots of different choices here. And as a Cold Nightblade, you basically wanna like make it to Rumor ASAP, I would say. So we are gonna need 6 greens, 3 reds, and 6 blues. And for that, I should like take stuff like Jackal, Sador's Guide or Eel for the blues, Jackal for the reds, right, and like Spider for the greens for the attack speed. Also, welcome on Kazimuro. Thank you so much for your host. Welcome on, welcome on. Hans with the host as well. Hey Hans, how are you, man? Thank you so much for the host. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in.
Well met.
Thanks for the host, the follow rather. Tomeo. Welcome in, welcome in. So, Nightblade is gonna be a little bit slow for like the first 5 to 10 hours, as you can see. Like, we're not cutting mobs like super quickly, like on like some other characters, but that's fine. It's gonna change a lot pretty soon, once we have arrived at like 15 points here to Nightblade. Hey Dex, how are you, man? And Sheem as well, welcome in, welcome in. And Stan as well. By the way, there's another monster frequent that we can get here actually. I mean, not from this guy, but there is like a cave here in the old dump, right? It has 3 spawn locations. I think number 1 would be like around here, number 2 should be like here, number 3 here. So let's check them out, because it has a boss that has a monster frequent. Monster frequents don't like drop 100% of the time, but very regularly, especially for bosses. I think it should be like 50% or something like that. So the spawn location seems to be over here this time. +5, I mean, then you got an FX also giving you like pluses to force wave, because the DMI itself only gives you like +3, I think. But yeah, that DMI is like crazy for for force wave soldiers, yeah. What's my solo SSF on build? That's gonna be just like, I don't know, whatever I find. It's not gonna be like a build to follow. I mean, I have like a deer how to like level Nightblades in general. But other than that, we're just gonna like go with what we find. Also, this boss can actually be a little bit scary, as you can see. Like, you should respect this guy, but and yeah, my like bad damage skill distribution right now is kind of hurting me in this fight. This guy in veteran is pretty hard to kill, I guess. And we actually didn't get it, right? Oh well. I mean, he also has this shield, like if you're playing some kind of shield character, and you could also use this one, but not sure if that's really good now, actually. It's probably not that great.
Well met.
No Friends 101 and J9. J9, welcome in, welcome in. Yo, no Manuel, how are you, man? Long time no see. Are you gonna check out the new patch as well? Hope you're doing good out there, but I mean, Norway doesn't really have any corona anymore, right? Not really, so I guess we're safe. I definitely wouldn't hurt to like put 1 or 2 more points into ABB, to be honest. But I kind of want to like arrive here like ASAP. I mean here, Lethal Assault and Punch Chill. Oh yeah, you can get 2 Wield rings in Devil's Equifer as well. +6, that's pretty good, yeah. That's true. Yeah, I should actually do that. Like, I should go to the next Rift Gate and then like port back and get those items, yeah. No Manuel. Yeah, that is so good, man. It's really, really good. Yeah, Gobsmack, this is gonna be a Spellbreaker. You deleted your Spellbreaker yesterday? What? Like, did you die, or did you like press delete in the menu? Or was it by accident? Alright, let's go back here. Slit tongue. Slit tongue is also pretty decent, yeah.
That a creep. I need some time.
But like the main issue is gonna be that I have... Oh, never mind, I actually do have 5 scrap. Never mind then. Let's get some more experience here and there. This guy also gives you like 1 scrap, right? If you have like not enough scrap for the quest, for the next quest that we're gonna do here. You can always check out this guy, he will give you like 1 scrap. And... These are attack speed, yeah, that's what you want early on as well. Attack speed is so good for Nightmates, it's really, really good. Also maybe the Pierce stress is... better, question mark, maybe not.
See you around.
And you can also buy another scrap over here at this guy, right? This guy will also always say like 1 scrap if you're in need of more scrap.
Welcome to my
Yeah, that's a new mod. It drops from Baroque, the Bloodied, like the first boss here and the tree here. It's the new mod. It's like a savagery weapon though. So not really like too helpful for Nightmates. It's still okay.
Yeah, you put this up this.
You deleted it. You were using Leviathan. Yeah, but if Leviathan was a cold weapon, it would be a lot better for arc, like for Spellbreaker, I would say. Like physical Spellbreaker is not that great, I would say. It scales with attack speed, like ABB. And Russell Blade Burst only uses my offhand, yeah, that's true. And it scales with attack speed. Yo, 40, thanks for the 100 bits. Very much appreciated. Combination you should be careful with is Defiler. Yeah. Even Apostate is pretty good, honestly. Like, Apostate has the Inquisitor Seal, right? But Defiler is... I mean, you can make every single combination work in the game. Like, some are gonna be more... gear dependent, some less gear dependent. And Defiler, and also Apostate are kind of gear dependent. I would say Defiler is probably like the most gear dependent class in the game. It has like one of the worst synergies and stuff. Tank is char for hardcore. The tankiest? Probably a Warlord, yeah. I mean, I guess Water is gonna be pretty tanky as well. I mean, Vitality casters can be really tanky as well. Like once you have... Like a Conjurer, for example, has insane physical resistance once you have like Nightbringer, for example. And insane Leech as well. But honestly, even something like Spellbreaker can be built really tanky. Like with the right items, but like without items it's not gonna be that tanky, obviously. Alright, so this guy has a Ring of Mine, right? Hopefully we're gonna get it. Oh shit, my weapons suck, right? They're like no damage. I mean, at least we have Lethal Assault now, this gives us like some flat damage for default attacks. We didn't get it. Like Lethal Assault gives you flat acid, flat cold damage, also percent cold and acid damage, and also flat offensive ability. And you can see that's basically whenever you use ABB, right, you will get a buff icon here. This one here. As long as this one is active, you will have like more damage through lethal assault. But yeah, we didn't get it right. It's kinda unlucky. Oh well, I might be like going back for the sky later. But right now... maybe not actually. Let's just continue here in the white mirror. Just started some cracks on the ground. F, dog. That sucks. Hey Dureka, how are you? And Primer, welcome on, welcome on. Alright, we're level 9, so we want... so even more important than like single target damage is gonna be AoE, as you can see, right? My AoE kinda sucks right now. So for that, you can also use this aura, right? You can use Night's Chill. So you're gonna spec some points to the Night's Chill here, 1 point here, just to get the aura, and then like, you're gonna max out Night's Chill, right? You're gonna max out Night's Chill for AoE, and we're gonna max out Lethal Assault for single target damage, basically. Night's Chill is like an aura, you can put this, for example, on your second bar, you can switch over here, the bars, or like just press whichever button you have assigned this to, right? Then activate it once and it will like stay active all the time. I have this guy here, Milton Hart, who has an MI as well actually. He has a helmet. Which needs a level 12 to equip. Okay. If you're playing a caster or pet build, you kinda want this item here. This always drops from the corpse here as well. The Carver's Conjuring Bone. We got Charged of Alacrity. That should be pretty good actually. Definitely better than that one. Like the of Alacrity suffix always gives you attack speed. So yeah, that's always good from Red Blades. Also we have these totems here, which should drop some pretty decent loot. Also the Shadow Strike does help with single target damage actually, as you can see. It's pretty good for single target damage. Oh wait, we're like completely full. What's this? Blood cover? Nice. There was like a pair of pants here, right? Yeah, let's clear those. Not gonna use shields anyway, right? Patchwork leggings. Poison lightning instead of pierce lightning. They have like less armor, right? Patchwork of attack gives you flat offensive ability, but like this early on, offensive ability is not that important. We're gonna get like more than enough from like Lethal Assault and Night's Chill, right? Or like rather Lethal Assault only. How many hours do I have in Grim Dawn? Yeah, 3,220 I think. I mean 3,250, yeah, or 80, you know, yeah. Indeed, indeed. Yo, Limas, how are you, man? You're 1 point LA, 1 point Blade of Shadow, and 1 point Night's Chill, each level up. Yeah, we'll do the same, but I wouldn't like put Blade of Shadow this early. I would rather like, if you put points here, and it does give you like more radius, that's true. But I think I'm just rather gonna put a third point here or here to like level these up a little bit faster even. But this is Pog? Yeah. But you're kind of like meleeing anyway, all the things, right? But yeah, radius is Pog. That's true, yeah. It's not bad at all. Huge radius. Yeah, Cold Stone, yeah, we're gonna go Cold Stone for sure. Definitely. Peak performance from a 3K hour streamer, yeah. Indeed, indeed. I already have 3 Slurf necklaces, right? These here. And you can trade these for a actually pretty good ring. Over here. Like you go to the White Man Rift and then like go northwest to this trader over here. Or we can also sell our like useless items. I think basically all of these are useless actually. Maybe not the Merton Cask. I have this one though for the, I mean that's level 14, okay. There you go, this guy has stuff, right? And then you got a Stuff Primary Ring, which is really good for resistances as you can see. 12% poison, wit and elemental rest is huge early. So you should use that. Then we're gonna port here to the Foggy Bank again. And there's one more thing I wanna like get here. There's another green shoulder pad that you can get actually, and my shoulders kinda suck right now, so we're gonna get some green shoulders here. So you port to this Foggy Bank rift, right? Then you go like west, southwest. Over here to this area. Yo, Wandering Off. Thanks so much for the sub. Welcome, welcome. And you click on the stump here and you will always get Ice Axe spoilers here. And these are level 7 actually in this case. We even got the Rune Carved prefix on this, which is insane actually. And you can see this gives you like so much resistances, like so many resistances, also more HP, etc, etc. Right? And I think at this stage, I mean, we're not gonna switch these for a pretty long time, so we can like safely put a component here, such as this bristly fur, right? Same thing for the Prime Ring actually, I'm gonna use this for quite a bit, so we can put, for example, the Polished Emerald here. Polished Emeralds are really good early going, I would say. They're actually really great. Yeah. The other stuff I could just keep for now. Or I could also like, let's just wait for like some green items, right? This is solo shelf found? Yeah, it is. Rec B makes so much more sense now, indeed, yeah. Indeed. So, yeah. So here in the Foggy Bank, we have a cave that we should venture into, because the cave has a boss that has a monster frequent as well. And then also you have like this guy Luther Graves here, which you can rescue as well. He has like 3 spawn locations as well, like one here, and then one here to the west. And I mean, he's like an additional shopkeeper who can like sell you additional items, which are most of the time useless anyway. But you do get some experience for saving him, so that's nice. Oh yeah, also this cave has another totem, nice. And I guess we got all the green items we need for this playthrough, what the heck, dude. Okay, and let's stop picking up yellows for now. What? This is crazy. So many good items. Poison Blade or Aether Poison. Aether Poison should be better. This is better anyway, right? Yeah, sure. Dude, these items are nuts, man. What the fuck? Thunderstruck Boots. What is this? Thought those are so OP, man. Okay. I mean, I guess we're gonna use this stuff. The belt is not even that great, actually. Also, I got more devotion shrines, right? I should like allocate my devotion points actually. What am I doing? Let's go with the Satyrs guide for this playthrough here. Oh yeah. Also, you shouldn't like allocate skill points when you're being attacked by some purple bosses, right? Yeah, that was kind of what I was waiting for. Now, we're gonna put a component here into this belt. And you kinda should always put armor components into belts, because belt armor is global armor. So we're gonna put a scavenger plating here. And this one's level 14, this one's level 14. What's the other thing we got? Nothing really of interest, okay. Alright, let's put some points here. Hey GG, how you man? Every Mai has 100% chance of rare suffix affix. I'm not sure. I mean, for endgame, I think maybe. No, actually, no. No, Nemesis MIs have like a 100% chance to give you like one rare affix now. I don't think the others have that as well, but yeah, it's gonna be a Spellbreaker. Yeah, the monster frequent patch is already on. We were playing on 1.1.7 right now. Yeah, I think only Nemesis. We did not get the amulet, by the way, right? I don't have enough scrap. Oh yeah, I don't need to go here actually. Yo, Dave Armor, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for your support and enjoy these emotes. Rare said to go at 30 as well. What? Crazy. That's actually crazy. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of the rares like that early, because rares are still pretty good, like up to basically level 94 as well, most of the time, I would say. Let's see. Oh yeah, we didn't handle this quest actually, right? The water pump quest, because the water pump quest does give you like another bag. Huh, should have probably done that. Before we venture here to the flooded passage. I don't even have to attack, right? Night Shield is doing so much damage. Night Shield is so pure, dude. Not even maxed yet, right? Moral Band. Oh, that should be really good, right? It's a Phylactery and like Mage Storm prefix. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we have like another boss, Shamder, Ancient Shamder. This guy has another monster frequent. But unless you're playing like a Force Wave Soldier, the monster frequent is not gonna be that interesting actually. And he didn't even drop it, right? No, he didn't. Oh well. What's the best secondary class for a Chaos build Occultist? That totally depends like on what you wanna do. Like, do you wanna be a dual wield melee? Do you wanna be like a caster? Caster? Then either Demolitionist or Inquisitor. I should go back and sell and also hand on the other quest, right? I mean, Warlock can work as well in some specific situations, but
Well,
I wouldn't say it's super great. It's like alright for some builds. But Warlock is kind of only good when you like want to use Chaos 8th Array, right?
You follow the...
But even then, you probably don't want to even use Occultist, right? Yeah, Demon and Inquisitor are both like really good options for sure. Purchase 2 triple rares and Pearl Library, Barbaric Flesh Warped Carbine of Fervor, and Destroyer Shard of Wildfire. What? Oh, you're just lucky. But that's pretty lucky. Old cold ARs we need to build. Maybe next year.
Move along.
Oh yeah, I should put in the link for my patch notes commentary video as well, right? Let me do this real quick. Okay. Yeah, vendor items are probably generated the same way, because otherwise like the vendors would have like, they would like not make any sense anymore, right? Like nobody would use vendors if vendors did not get updated the same way as like getting monsters was, right? Woody's Razor. Wait, isn't that like a super sick item? So I said it's gotta finish. I'm gonna go for the Jackal next, probably. Yeah, that's pretty good as well. It's even a sword, right? Early on, or like in general on Nightblades, you kinda should prefer swords over like other weapon types, because swords have like the highest base attack speed, right? I mean, daggers are superb as well later, but swords have like really good attack speed. And if you get like 2 of Alacrity swords like I did, it's basically like already crazy enough, right? Yo, Scatterbrain, how are you? Welcome on, welcome on. Imperious of the Feather Step, what the heck? Like the items are crazy that you get here, right? But I think the Thunderstruck ones are even better, right? This one has trap resistance though. First summon leveling with local set. Nice. Max rest by level 20, can we do it? I already have 76 cold rest, right?
Well, I'll be.
I mean, we're not gonna max out Chaos Rest. Like, Chaos Rest is not important for Act 1 and 2. Unless you go into the one dungeon here in the outskirts, right? The Salazar dungeon. But you can just skip that as well, like you don't need to do it. What about Gutworm? Should we kill Gutworm? Let me do this thing here first, and then let's do Gutworm. Because Gutworm has a medal, right? I don't have a medal yet. And Gutworm used to be like really scary usually at this level, at this stage of the game. Right? Yeah, Aether Void Ward, yeah. So, Gutworm is a boss that spawns in like a hidden cave that has 3 spawn locations. You can check out the spawn locations on grimtools, yeah. This is one of the 3 spawn locations, like one here, like one here, and one here, I believe. Let's try this guy. So we have 41 bleed, 28 pierce, and 4% physical resistances, which is not a lot. He's level 21 as well. And he does hurt. But we have some pots, so that's fine. We also have a heal. And we got the Vigorous of Butchery. Also, Odibe, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Very much appreciated, thank you for your support. Where is it? There it is, level 18. So this is a... Well, Vigorous Gutworm's Mark of Butchery, which means it has... +2 Phantasma Blaze because of the suffix, also +3 Sucker of Slaughter, and pierce damage to Ring of Steel, which is actually pretty great for a Nightblade, right? And the flat pierce damage is going to be added to Ring of Steel, right? And then you can use the Ring of Frost to convert that pierce damage also to added pierce damage to cold, right? So it's actually really good. Explorers. Explorers is a really nice exploring set, right? But we also have Berserker's Cowl, so we're gonna use Berserker's Cowl here instead, right? Minus 25 physical resistance, that's monk class, but whatever. It's kinda scary. Morroban is like another pet thing, right? So we're not really gonna use that. Let's put some stuff here. I don't really want to put anything onto my weapons because I want to just craft cold stones once I'm level 20 and then use those instead. I should have maybe used this one. Actually, this one is better. Okay. Let's wait for another polished emerald and then switch the chest around. So there is another totem here. Let's go berserk a bit here. Dude, what are these? So many items, it's crazy, man. What is Blood Seal? Oh wait, we have this one as well, right? This one is... but the stun resistance is actually better, I think. In that case. This is a Blood Seal, right? It has 12% kill stress. Bleeding damage away. Okay, that's not bad either, but I like my rings a little bit more right now. Stone Height of Alacrity? What? Yeah, we're using this one, right? Pierce, Bleeding, Poison, Attack Speed. Attack Speed is great. Dude, this one has... all of these items have so many resistances, what is this? The game is broken, the game is too easy now. Level 17, sword. Okay. Yo, Sora, call you, man. Welcome. So there's a quest attached to the waterfront here as well. There are like 3 fabrics here and like chests. Also there is another boss here actually that has a new monster frequent down here, right? So let's check it out. Oh, there he is. There it is. It's a Decaying of Decay. Because why not? Because we have smart loot, right? Okay, Decaying of Decay. Level 20 though. Well, it doesn't really give us any bonuses, right? It's like a Necromancer soldier item. Let's drop the guns. Let's drop... That's actually not good. We're not the caster, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good wet weapon, for sure. Wait, what was the Ring of Steel item again? It was the metal, right? Level 18 metal, actually. So 3 levels, so 6 points. Yeah. We gotta like start investing points into the Mastery Bar on the next level to get like the Ring of Steel as well. I will have to delay these two a little bit because the metal will be too insane. And there we go, 3 fabrics. Because it gave you resistances, yeah, indeed, like... And the chest even got buffed, I think, a little bit. It's still not bad, but like the other items that you get are just even better, right? That's the thing. Oh yeah, should we check out Harvey the Drifter? Yeah, and check out his secret. I guess so. So there's a guy over here in Burbage Estates, right? This guy here. Harvey the Drifter. And he basically goes batshit and crazy, right? And he does give you some hints though. Let's just like not try to kill him, because let's leave him alone with a speaking doll, right? Or like rather not speaking doll, he just thinks it's speaking, right? And that's... But like if you read properly what he says, right? He gives us some hints, and the hints are basically go over here. And this will lead you to a new place. To the river passage. We survive after you smash this barricade? Yeah. I'm sorry, Harry. I mean, he could just rebuild it, right? Just rebuild it beforehand. And yeah, here we have arrived at the Hallowed Hill. And this area has like a chest, I believe, that was like good before last patch because of all the loot it gave you. This one here, a exalted chest, basically. But I mean, it's still good. It's not really like better than a totem though. No, totems just... I don't know, make this one kinda obsolete. You still have a decent mob density here and get pretty decent experience. Okay, let's check this out for a second here. Ancient. Wait, Thunderstruck at low levels doesn't give you stun resistance, right? When does it like start to give you stun resistance? Not sure actually. Resistant of balanced steel? Honestly? Huh. This might be even better. Like, sure, I'm gonna lose some attack speed, but the Ring of Steel proc on top, pretty nice. Okay, let's go back and sell some stuff here. It's almost as good as one totem, right? Yeah. Totems are just too good.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Blue items seem kinda bad now. Except for this one, maybe. This one still seems decent. The Explorer set is also pretty nice, actually. It is not bad at all. Like, it gives you more Pierce Rust, Chaos Rust, experience gain. I think it should be better than Berserker's Call here. Which just use that instead, actually. Oops. Let's not say that.
Good use.
Let's put this here instead.
What
Also,
do you
Direni, I mean, if you wanna check out the place, you can choose to spare him that he will like give you a key as well as a lore note of like directions where you can go or where you should go, and, like check out a certain area as well. But we're gonna do that later, probably not now.
Greetings.
Yeah, that's the spirit guide, right? You can
Your mind of
respec your
regret.
points, like devotion points as well as skill points here if you would
Stay
like to.
strong.
And yeah, this quest also gives you a chest, a level 20 chest, that has pretty good resistances, but I mean, it's still a little bit better actually, because it also has more armor, right? And also more HP, flat DA, with Aether Elemental. Yeah, it should be better than the one I have right now actually. Still. Key residency, if you kill him you get a Chthonic Blood. That's true as well, that's true. Let's continue here. I don't know, we haven't talked Dart yet, but I mean, it's gonna be some XP and that's it, right? Also, yeah, at Dart you can now blow up items, or like, rather, you can't blow up items yet, but you can like salvage items. You can like, for example, choose to keep a polished emerald here, or like choose to keep the item. That is a little bit expensive early on, I would say, but not really. Right? You can do this like 25 times already. But on the other hand, you also like find polished emeralds so often that it's still kinda not worth it to do this. Right? What about Guardsman Helmet? Guardsman Helmet is really defensive as well. But I think I'm gonna go with the Explorer here, because Explorer is like just better. Guardsman should be better if you're like playing a Force Wave Soldier, for example, right? Plus 2 Force Wave on this one. Really neat.
Iron will spec.
Yeah, Godworms is actually pretty decent for Nightblades, for like Soul 7 doubling. Should be really good. Also, Vigorous gives you like more HP, like 7% more HP, that's actually a lot. I mean, percentages are kinda bad while leveling, right? Like, percentages are way better later than like early game. But still, HP is HP, right? Oh wait, let's go back down here. Demonic Copper Band. Demonic is like... Veterans. Yeah, it's not that great actually for this character. Yeah, when I get Ring of Steel on the next level, that's perfect. I don't really want to put many points there, but like just a 1 pointer should be enough. And then I want to also push for the Ring of Frost, right? To convert the Pierce to Cold. But also like this early on, the conversion doesn't really matter too much. Because you don't really like scale a damage type by a lot anyway, right? You have like small bonuses to like these damage types. Like what? 34 cold, 15 pierce, right? So it doesn't really matter too much if you're like actually dealing cold or pierce damage. Like the flat damage values are gonna matter way more than anything else. Yo, Enfield, welcome on, welcome on. But yeah, the freeze is better for CC, that's true. Like the freeze is better than the stun, for sure. There's another totem here, as you can see on the map. It's an ancient totem actually. These are like the highest tier of totems, so these should be a little bit challenging maybe, let's see. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be challenging, what the heck. Flash Hearts and Act 1. Like, we don't feel comfortable with these Hulks early game, right? You can just not click these, right? Just don't do them. But I mean, the loot is pretty good, as you can see, so if you can survive these, you get pretty good loot. Also, we have Willy's Razor, right? Willy's Razor should be better than that one. There you go, Shears. I think it's time to actually also invest into the first weapon pool skill of the game. Also, Massacre is really huge if you're like playing Force Wave, right? But again, we're not playing Force Wave, so we're not gonna use it. You're gonna hit level 18 here in a sec. Get the Ring of Steel, get the medal. These underground levels are kinda uninteresting there, right? The first level was kinda interesting because you could have the totem spawn in there. The second one is kinda meh. Up until the shrine at least. There's a shrine in this level as well. By the way, the passive Ring of Steel that you can see every now and then, right, is from the gloves, right? The Balanced Steel suffix gives you the Ring of Steel proc. Alright, we're level 18, so we're gonna get 1 point in Ring of Steel and 1 point into Belgo Shears because we're using a weapon that supports that, and also 1 point in Anatomy of Murder because why not, right? More cunning. That's fine, I think, as a 1 pointer. And then we have Vigorous Gutworm's Mark of Butchery, which gives us insane damage for Ring of Steel actually. Also plus 3 Circle of Slaughter, which we unfortunately cannot get this early on, but it's still gonna be pretty good damage here. Let's check this out. Seems good. A Void Blade, I think that's a caster item though, right? Yeah, it's a caster item. Okay. So we got a devotion point again. We're gonna work on the Jackal. Can you stack the rest procs? Ring of Steel procs? Yeah, you can. If you get like Balanced Steel on like every green item, you can have like a Ring of Steel procer. You're ground 0. Welcome on, welcome on. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen to you, I mean it's like 4 PM here. Yeah, this is basically beginner solo self-hunt. But how do they stack? I mean, each of them will have like an individual chance of proccing. So you can like proc them all at the same time, or like with each hit you like proc one, whatever. Just like how percent chances always work, right? I mean, they don't add up together. It's not gonna be like they don't add up together, right? They're gonna be like independent from each other. Like you can have like multiple Ring of Steel procs on like 1 hit, or like none. Yeah, like inconsistent, yeah, exactly. And the same wording means chances add up. I mean, yeah, that's not how it works in this game. Alright, so let's kill Warden Krieg. That's the next thing we gotta do here.
Well met.
Bravo Ian, thanks for the follow, welcome on. Okay, fog. Nice Shadow Strike. Dude, your AoE is insane with us. Like Ring of Steel and Night's Show. It's basically infinite range. Kinda. And like everything that is okay for like pathfinding will work. I don't know, I guess sometimes it doesn't work because pathfinding doesn't really find the path, right? But I think as long as pathfinding finds a path, you can actually use it and it has like infinite range. But I'm not really an expert when it comes to like Shadow Strike mechanics. So let's get the Ring of Frost as well. Also let's just casually kill Warden Krieg, because He should be a joke boss with all the gear that we have, right? Music? Music? Hello? What? What happened? Did I move out of the arena? That's why it stopped or something? We did it! Woohoo! Alright, Warden Creek down. And Warden has 2 monster frequencies actually. He has a scepter, or a mace I think, or it's a scepter. I think it's a scepter actually. It's like a pet scepter, and he also has this shield. And if you're playing a blitz soldier, this, which is actually pretty good now, even for leveling, and if you use a blitz soldier, this shield is insane, right? But yeah, we're not a blitz soldier, so I'm not gonna use it. But maybe I should like pick up the other items, right? What am I doing? There was a blue one there as well, right? No, but it didn't really. Not really. It's like the same range though.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Wait, what was the boots that we got? Windbone greaves, right? Windborne greaves. And that fits our build pretty well, right? Puncturing of Insanity. Insanity is not... Yeah, it's casting speed, but not attack speed actually. Skyfallen... Yeah, I mean, if you're a caster, then Skyfallen is pretty nice. If you're not, then it's not that great. So there might be still a couple of items that I want to like reset for and farm actually before we want to add to, such as a Wield ring and maybe the amulet, right? Yeah, let's actually reset here once. So if you want to like farm certain bosses, right? The way to respawn them, like the only way to respawn them is to like reset the game. Hey Paulie, welcome in. Quick question about Rata. How do the nodes in, for example, Fists of Fire Devotion work? Does the Rata come from the node? Only... does the Rata from that node only work with that proc is active? No. Fist of Fire is like an active devotion, right? It's a skill. It just means that like the skill, like the fist, will have Rata damage, right? Like the fist will do damage, that's it. Like it's just a skill. Like 60% of all of your Rata damage will be added to the fist, and that fist will do that damage, right? Yo, Fallen, welcome in, welcome in. Good story, alias. So this stuff is a little bit under level, as you can see already. Like normal doesn't scale very high, and these guys are like level 14. They won't scale higher than 14 actually. So we know we're only 13 or 15. Let's hope the boss is still like a decent level, because I kind of want to farm his ring. Like not farm his ring. I'm gonna try like once more, and if we don't get the ring, then well, unlucky I guess, right? But the ring would be pretty nice. I don't really have a planned build for this, it's just gonna be a cold dual wield Nightblade, like a cold dual wield Spellbreaker. That's the plan. And we're gonna roll with like whatever we're gonna get. Because like Nightblade doesn't really have a super easy to farm setup, such as like the Dark One set. Like doesn't have the same super easy to get set that, for example, Vitality casters have, but I mean, we have the monster frequent patch, right? So there are a couple of monster frequents that are really great now, and you can just like make builds around those as well. Right? Yeah, he didn't drop it. Oh well. Okay, let's check out the other one from, where was it? Foggy Bank, right? SR set with chest traps. Yeah, that's like the best you can go for basically for Nightmares. Or like one of the best for sure. But I mean, there's so many options for Spellbreaker now. The problem with SR set now for Spellbreaker is that it doesn't block the Elena's necklace, right? Elena's necklace got buffed a crazy amount, so Elena's is like really good now. These are even, okay man, this is like nothing worth to do, and these are like low level as well. Let's not care about that. I'm just gonna kill the boss here once as well, to like maybe get the MI. But even he's a 15 only, right? Maybe they don't drop them anymore because they're like too low now. Yeah, maybe actually. So yeah, either way, we have defeated Act 1, right? We're basically done with Act 1. And after Act 1, if you have the Forgotten Gods expansion, you can talk to the emissary here. And he's gonna open a rift, and he's gonna take you to Act 7. And we're gonna do that here. And if you have the Forgotten Gods expansion, you should always do that. Because... lag? Well, not because of the lag, but because... you can get a pretty nice item over here as well. It's a level 50 legendary actually that you can get here. A totally normal shield, which is not a shield, it's a one-hander that looks like a shield. And it's really awesome when you're like playing a either soldier or oathkeeper, right? That's like a one-hit mace. That is pretty good for like a soldier or oathkeeper, as you can see. But I mean, we're not gonna care about that one, so we might as well just sell it. Right, who cares? Just wanted to show it to you. In this area you will have like experience from lower nodes, and also a quest here that you should do as well from Kanatha.
The emissary.
And after you do those quests, you can like choose a faction. And why is it like important to do this before Act 2? Well, because the factions have like movement augments that you can put on your medals. So you can have an additional movement augment, like an additional movement spell, like on top of Shadow Strike, right? So let's check them out, right? Bismiel gives you Vanish and Leap. Vanish is basically like a Shadow Strike as well, and Leap as well, it's a leap, right? Then you have Cut of Dreeg, which has Charge and Rift Tear. Rift Tear is basically a teleport, and Charge is like a... looks kind of like Virus Smite, so it's like a charge ability. And then you also have Solile,
I could hear.
which gives you a Rush and Disengage. Actually, I think Rush is the Virus Smite leg, right? And the other one was like Blitz. Disengage is like a disengage, like you jump backwards, so it's kind of meh. I mean, it can be good for like ranged builds. At least I thought so, but then you check it out and, well, you will see that it's not that smooth compared to the other ones, so I don't really like it personally that much. I mean, if you like it, feel free to use it, nevertheless. So I'm gonna start with Greek here. And if you start with any of these factions, you will become friendly with the one faction that you chose. Like, you won't become friendly with the other two, but you will become friendly with the one that you chose.
I'll give you a good price on what I've
So now I can choose these two here from Dreeg, right? So Charge is like a Blitz ability, and this one is like a teleport, so let's use the teleport, and we can put this onto, yeah, something here, for example, right? Now we can teleport around, and this is pretty nice also as an additional, like, defensive ability,
See
right?
you around.
Also, why did I sell my
Anything you
Willy's razor? What
See
happened?
you around.
Wait, why did I sell my Willy's razor?
Well, look.
Wait, what happened?
Well met.
Also, you can talk to this guy that sells you, I mean, gives you like some trash item. But why did I sell my Willy's razor? Where did I sell it? Oops. Yeah, Rodel, thanks for the follow.
I'll give you a good price.
Oh, there it is actually.
Got that.
Oops.
Put it to good use.
Okay.
See anything you like?
Let's sell this one instead. And let's use this one for now. I mean, it's not like a really amazing weapon for the build I'm using, but it's still okay. Also want to use these boots, right? They fit the build perfectly as well. And what do I put on my medal? I could put like corpse dust in the medal. Corpse dust also got buffed actually. Corpse dust gives you like 10% vitality resistance now, instead of 8%, and also like a little bit more HP, I think. Like 4% instead of 3%. So let's use that as well. No, sure, also use it here. I mean, we have enough, right? For additional vitality and being resistance, I suggest using, for example, Unholy Inscription in your gloves. Yeah, let's use this. Then we can put Polished Emerald here. We're level 20, right? And we have access to the smith, so we want to craft some items now.
Got something you need stashed?
You can either use the smith in Devil's Crossing, or you can use the smith over here. This area also has a smith. And the smiths will be able to craft like all the items that you have found blueprints for. Since I'd still like try to simulate Solar Sapphire, right, I'm not gonna use any of these like blueprints that I have already found, but there are some items that are like a baseline from like the smith can craft even without you telling him to, like even without you giving him blueprints, right? For example, the cold stone, right? You can craft 2 of this and put them into your weapons. Now, do we have the components? I mean, we have 9 chill steel here, we need 4 for one, and we have 35 aether crystal, we need 4 for this as well. So we don't, yeah, we can craft 2 here. And let's put these here and here. And these will give you like some additional cold damage, and also convert some of your physical to cold. And they also have auras, and you wanna use these auras as well. So let's use them. And these auras are gonna give you like additional cold damage while also like blocking your energy, right? Let's see how much they actually give you, right? We are going from 379 default DPS, default attack DPS to 634, so they do give you a lot, and you should use these. They're great. Like in total we're gonna have, with ABB up as well, like 1400 DPS already at level 20. That's pretty good. Yeah, you can stack these auras from these. It also works with the like auras from say what's it called again? Like imbued silver and purified salt, right? They give you like aether and chaos resistance, for example. You can also stack those. You cannot stack debuff auras. Like debuff auras cannot be stacked, such as for example in multiplayer, like 2 Aura of Senders are not gonna stack on the enemy, for example. Save this guy. He has a pretty decent ring as well, actually. Which we are gonna get once we have talked to him in Devil's Crossing, right? So right now at this stage, at level 20, that's probably where you're gonna be like the strongest in the entire game. Because you have so much cold damage from like cold stones, lethal assault, right? Ring of Steel, from the God War model as well, right? It's insane, like things just explode, right? Why not veteran and you chicken, Korax? We could play veteran as well, I guess. But I don't know, veteran is kinda sluggish, like kinda slowish as well sometimes, and I don't know. I mean, this is supposed to be a guide, and I don't wanna like. I mean, I think people should play veteran if they're new to the game. They should kind of play veteran actually, but yeah, I don't know. Like veteran things are gonna take longer to do. Like everything's gonna take longer to do for me. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Oh yeah, the guy in here has a new Miles well, right? He has a shield though, and it's a Spellbreaker shield actually, but I mean, why would you play an outlet with a shield? Right? It doesn't really make too much sense. This is the shield that he has. This one gives you, I mean, it does give you +2 knots chill, which is good. And then it also gives you like OFF, which would be decent as well, if this also had freeze resistance reduction on top, right? If this had freeze resistance reduction on top, it would be actually a really good shield, I would say. But since it does not have that, I personally don't like it too much. I think it's actually garbage. Because the thing with OFF is that OFF's debuffs, including like resistance reduction, only works when you are using, I mean when you do freeze your enemies, right? If you cannot freeze your enemies, then the resistance reduction debuff will not apply. And yeah, it's kinda useless then actually. Yo Renan, welcome on, welcome on. Yeah. I did fight the Ancient One in Warden Cellar at level 18 as well. Spawned like, I don't know, 6 Flash Hulks. But yeah, that can be pretty scary in Veteran for sure. Yeah, I know, it wasn't more normal, not in Veteran. Yeah, let's not kill this guy. And also not take his money. Because then he's gonna sell you like some additional items in the... like in Homestead, once you meet him again in Homestead. There's an amulet as well that has freeze resistance reduction to OFF. So you can use the amulet or Mage Slayer's amulet. I mean Mage Slayer set. But Mage Slayer set does give you like more freeze RR than the amulet does. So on the other hand, the amulet is only 1 slot, right? While the Mage Slayer set requires you to wear like 4 pieces, right? I mean OFF is still fine for leveling, but like in the end game, without those items, either the Mage Slayer set or the... I think it's like one of the Conduit rows actually. Yeah, it's a kind of a useless spell to be honest. The spell of this is insane as well, right? Howling Winds, Cold Frostburn damage. It fits like the build so well actually. I have 3.5k HP, what the hell? It's way too much. Okay, this guy here, Balthazar, can be a little bit scary, right? He can like stun you, Blade Arc you. He's a pretty scary boss actually. He also has a MOI now, a medal. It's the Blade Arc and Flame Touched medal. Which is really good when you're playing, for example, a commander, right? But yeah, it doesn't fit this build, so we're not gonna use it. Is there a good poison item skill that's bad at endgame? You mean from an item? I would say all the item skills in the game, except for some specific ones such as like Obsidian Tremor from the Obsidian Juggernaut, are kinda only like filler abilities, so like use them additionally on top of your other damage abilities, but they're not like really build defining. Like for masteries, I mean you have Dream Zero, right, which is a pretty decent poison spell for endgame as well. Can certainly be played around. Any current Spellbreaker build? You mean for endgame? I'm not kinda out of the loop when it comes to Spellbreaker, to be honest. It's probably better to ask Reynan right now. But I mean, you can still do like a full SR set, dual chill straps, right? You can also do like the build that Reynan did recently, I think, dual chill straps as well. Elena's necklace and like the crown, the Revenant, no, what's it called? There's like a crown of the Winter King, I think it's called. Like those items all together give like Veil of Shadow insane cold resistance reduction. I think he has like 70 RR or something like that on like Knight's Chill and like on Veil of Shadow. It's crazy. SSF is a solo self-found, yeah. It basically means that I'm not gonna use any shared stash at all. And also like no pre-found blueprints. At least not until like level 94. Or like at least not until I kill Lokar, I would say. Custom speed Spellbreaker with the Herald of the Storm Sword. Oh yeah, this guy has this bee has a monster frequent as well. Let's say Amulet actually. Resistant of Ruin. The stun resistance in mine is so good though. But other than that, this is obviously better than what I have. It's really, really good though if you are playing like, for example, Dreezy Bly or Aegis of Many, right? So yeah, overall it's not like that great. Why did I get 2 of those already? What the heck? What happened to the game? Yeah, you can farm dynamite in Crony's Hideout, for example, or the Hennepy mine, like all the mines around Act 2. Like the Staunton mine, Hennepy mine, and also Crondy's hideout. And also on top of all of those, you can always just craft dynamite at the Smith and Homestead and also later ones. Like you basically cannot craft dynamite in Act 1 at the Smith in Act 1, but I think at all others you can do that. Hey Roll, welcome on, welcome on. Yeah, lots of people like it. I'm not sure if I like it actually or not, because it does make it way harder to get like non-matching affixes, and for some builds you actually want to have non-matching affixes. So for those it's gonna be worse than before actually.
Put it to good use.
Makes wonky builds even more interesting. It makes like farming the mines for those wonky builds
We have to hit them hard and fast.
that rely on, say, like non-fitting affixes. way harder to fight, like way harder to farm it. That's like one of the problems. So Skinner's Family Seal is a pretty good item as well. And if I did not have a Glacial of Alacrity, I would probably use this. But like Glacial of Alacrity is just crazy, right? It fits the build way too good. And Skinner's Family Seal could be used instead of the Primal Ring. But the Primal Ring actually gives you like better resistances, right? So I guess we're not gonna use it. It's gonna be vendor trash. Yeah, that's gonna be a new char beginner SSF on leveling right here, so we are not using any local stat, etc. So yeah, this guy, this quest. If you found the relic, right, this here, the Bone Talisman, you can click lie to lie, and then you're gonna keep it, and then it will transform into a relic, and that's really like the first relic you can use. Yo, thank you for the support, Mechanical Engineer. How are you, man? How are you? How are you? Monkas. Grim Dawn link ideas later. Let's do it a little bit later. I'm gonna do like the first episode here of this character, and then we can check them out, okay? So we maxed Lethal Assault, we maxed Night's Chill. We have some points to Weight of Shadow. We have Ring of Steel and Ring of Frost. So what you kind of want to go for now is... I'm not sure. I mean, you could go for like Circle of Slaughter and like Execution. Or you could go for Arcanist and just try to like get Star Pack ASAP. I think we're just gonna like try to do like pure night blade as long as we can. Up to like level 40 probably, like 35, 40. My build command is obviously not working right now, but I can give you like a grimtools, right? I should like give you a grimtools right now. I level turn to 2 grimtools here, for example. There you go.
Keep your weapon.
So we got the quest to kill this guy here, right? The troll. And I think we're just gonna like kill him, right? Single target DPS is pretty crazy right now as well on this Night Blade. Okay, I mean, everything's just getting one-shot. Is this PoE or something? What the heck? Like, we're like two-shotting bosses because of all the flat damage we have through like Lethal Assault, Cold Stones, and Shadow Strike, and Ring of Steel, bonus damage as well. AoE is like super easy because of Weight of Shadow, Ring of Steel, and ABB, right? And also we have 2 procs with AoE. This Howling Wind and this Ring of Steel, right? It's not PoE, I still see my enemies. Okay, I guess. What's this damage, dude? What the heck? It's like one pointed Ring of Steel, one pointed Shadow Strike, just like a bunch of flat damage. I mean, yeah, my movement abilities still have cooldown, right? So this is not PoE as well. Maybe I should actually get Ghoul Devotion right, for defense. I have so much health though through like all the items, and also nah, I don't know. I mean, if you want to, you could get Ghoul, like the Ghoul Devotion instead of Jackal. This early on as well. You wanna be safe, right? But I don't know. I don't think you need it this early on. At least not when you're like playing normal. And maybe if you're like playing veteran, you need it. This guy was surviving way too long because he was using like his blade barrier, right? That had like huge absorb. Should we switch over to veteran? And we're not gonna one-shot Crown there, obviously. It's gonna take a while. Probably. Because of this bubble, right? Okay, bubble is on. This bubble has like 90% damage absorption, so if you don't have nullification as like an Arcanist, if you're not an Arcanist, then you can like cleanse this bubble. It's not really like worth it to attack him when he has his bubble up, to be honest. I mean, yeah, we're gonna use it, right? Cronley's ring is still really good, so we should use it. And also, probably stop using like polished emeralds and everything now. We should use like a corpse dust every now and then as well to like max out our vitality resistance. Yeah, it will probably, I feel. Plan on expanding on the elementalist once you level it? I love it. Yeah, I do, Rodel. I do. I still need to do like a video about him, and also probably like work on him a bit before doing the video. Because, I mean, Stone Red got buffed a bit, right? It has like more physical resistance now. And there's also like a new amulet, I believe. But the thing is, Like also after the new amulet, like seeing the new amulet that drops from the guy down here, I think, like from the bee here. I think I would kind of want to do it like as a remake it as a purifier instead, right? Maybe do something else with the elementalist entirely. Not sure. So maybe just like do a short video about the elementalist as it is right now, and then like remake the build with this amulet as a inquisitor, like as a purifier instead. This Oathkeeper, or like this Ulra procs Sting of Thunder has like +2 full spread, +2 Friends of Virtue, and like gives you bonuses to Stunjax and Elgoloth, and also +1 Inquisitor, right? Like this one is really good for like electrocute Stunjax as well. Yeah, kind of wants me like to make an Inquisitor instead of a Elementalist. But Elementalist still has like many different builds to do. You could try like not sure. There are things to try for sure. GD stash into Purifier? No. I mean, I gotta like level up Purifier anyway, so we could just like level up Purifier at some point soon. I lose another Purifier. You're gonna be keck waiting when I'm not dying on my next Purifier, man. Just you wait. Should like put the Ring of Steel here actually. So I'm working on this spider next. It's gonna be my next devotion, it's gonna be the spider devotion. And I'm gonna get the attack speed node next. Because, well, attack speed is pretty nice for my planes, obviously. Another explorer piece. That's like the same, oh well. Blood Reaper's Claw, ammo belt. Oh yeah, the ammo belt allows you to dual wield range weapons, right? So if you're like not a Inquisitor, but you wanna like dual wield range weapons, keep an eye out for Marauder's ammo belt. If you get this, you're lucky. And what the fuck is this? Shadow Strike +2. Yeah, we're using this for sure. 100%. Veterans, Blade Health Regen, OA, Shadow Strike. Yeah, it's crazy. Shadow Strike is so good. Like +2 Shadow Strike. It's so much damage as well. Transmute the helm? I mean, I could, yeah, but you need to do a certain quest in Act 7 first before you're able to transmute it. And I don't really plan on doing that this early. Why does this area not have any music? Thunderstruck, Longsword of Thunder. What the heck are these rolls, man? It's actually worse than what I have because, like, maybe it's not. That's the worst, right? Searing of Fervor is actually better there. Fervor always gives you like +2 Righteous Fervor. But I mean, I'm not gonna like do a switcheroo for like a weapon that has like 1% more damage, right? I'm gonna wait until I get like a Spectral Longsword here, for example. Spectral Longswords that are amazing for Night Mace as well. Or at least the Spectral Battle Axe, right? Those two are really good. So you wanna keep your eye out for those. Oh, you can transmit on the Crucible? That is juicy as well. Hard Blade Fury. Seems pretty good for Blade Masters as well, yeah. Vroom, yeah. This character is already zooming. Yeah, I also need the mats, that's true, yeah. I need the mats from Act 7 as well. So many fucking items, dude.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Stun Res would be great, but kinda greedy I guess with my rings, but not using the Stun Res one. Barbaric Ruin, what? It actually does matter how you move these around, right? Because Agrio Steel uses your main hand damage and ABB uses your offhand damage, right? And this weapon deals like way more damage than this. But I think ABB should be like more important, so I'm gonna have this way around, right? The Conduit, pretty nice two-hander if you like playing a, well, two-hander build, which we are not.
See you around.
Still get a single, we still did not get a single Spectral Longsword, right? But hopefully we get some from the following ghosts here. The skeletons don't drop anything, but the, like, no MIs. But the ghosts have MIs, right? They have pretty nice MIs actually. Like Spectral Battle Axes, Spectral Longswords, and Spectral Bludgeons. Right? It's kinda easy to get the Bludgeons, I think. And the axe. I think the sword is actually like the hardest thing to get. And you should probably also like kill priests first, because priests heal, and you don't want them to heal these bosses, like these elites. Or heroes, they're called heroes, right? So we got some items here. We got a spectral battle axe at least, which gives me like insane weapon damage to warding death, and that's pretty good. So we're gonna use that one for sure. Even has a shield of... What are these rolls, dude? What the heck? Shield of frostbite. The game is so broken, man. Shield of frostbite. What? The Mr. Destructoid? Yeah. Double magic? I mean, it's still like double cold, right? Smart loot strikes again. It's insane damage.
I'll see what's left of my wares.
Also Roaring Death, I mean already using this will have like more weapon damage now as well. Seems good. And never mind, there's the longsword. Alright, time to head back, I guess, right? Time to take out the component again.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Let's do the Ring of Steel and ABB check here again. So 1324. Yeah, I want it like this, right? I want Ring of Steel on the better weapon, like on the better damage weapon, raw damage weapon.
You say that.
So yeah, Kobe Northern City is great for Night Blades, for cold Night Blades especially. This one gives you, well, weapon damage to Roaring Death, and like +3 Roaring Death, right? This one gives you +2 Shadow Strike, less cooldown to Shadow Strike, and also converts some of the pierce damage to cold to Shadow Strike. So yeah, it's just awesome actually. Let's also roll the Chilled Prefix, right? Smart loot, OP. I mean, I guess overall for like 99% of players that are like not interested in like making wonky endgame builds, I think the smart loot change is a good change. Because like it's gonna be way easier for like beginners to get like good weapons, right? I mean, overall it's gonna be way better for the game. There's less damage then, what the heck? Hey Xala Paklas, welcome in, welcome in. We're gonna one-point these passes, right? We're gonna one-point those for elemental resistance, also like for frostburn damage. One-point those for like some additional cold damage, poison damage. But both skills aren't like super amazing. This one's pretty good if you like need additional elemental damage on top. So you can put more points there, but I don't really need that, right? So we're gonna keep both at one-pointers for now. Yeah, it's true. Like, legendaries are pretty dominant right now in Grim Dawn. So smart loot does help a lot, like balancing it out again. Searing of the Sage. It's like fire prefix and what elemental suffix, I think. So like playing Fire Strike, this is what you want. Like if you wanna like play melee Fire Strike at least. It's pretty crazy. It's even like more with default attack damage than my Spectre Wrong Sword right now. But I mean, Spectre Wrong Sword is just too good because of the Shadow Strike mod, right? We're not gonna change that around. These ghost weapons are gonna carry me a long time now, actually. No, that just means that you need the expansions. But like once you have the expansion, they can drop anywhere. Yeah, exactly what Elo said, basically. Like there are no like area locked items in this game. There are only so-called monster frequents in this game, which means they are locked to certain monsters. But all other items that are not monster frequents are basically random drops. Dude, the freeze and damage combination is just insane, right? And these can't even move, they're gonna die before they move, right? I know. So there's another shrine here. Pretty cheap to get. We got a Mage Storm of Celerity. Celerity is unfortunately casting speed, so it's not that great for us. But yeah, Devotions mean we're gonna get the attack speed node here, right? Could have gotten this like some time ago actually. I need more OA, a little bit more badly, right? So let's get this Spirit and OA pawn first, actually. Also, when it comes to like OA and the enablers, right, you don't really need to focus heavily on the offensive and defensive ability in this game before endgame, but you should always try to have like enough offensive ability so that you have at least 100% chance to hit. Like this, right? Or like around 100% chance to hit at least. I don't quite have it actually, but yeah, you should have it. But more importantly while leveling is that you have at least like 0% chance to be crit, right? You don't want to get crit in this game. Like, if you get crit, it's gonna hurt a lot. And the game's kind of balanced around not getting crit. Doesn't really matter too much on normal difficulty, but like on higher difficulties it will matter a lot that you don't get crit. So, yeah. You don't want to get crit, and because of that you do want to get have like pretty decent defensive ability. And I mean you can get defensive ability through like skills such as Shadow Dance. You can get minus offensive ability debuffs such as Weight of Shadow to basically have like more effective defensive ability. And also you can get defensive ability through like gear and devotions as well, obviously. Dude, what the heck is already dead? Yeah, this guy has a new monster frequent as well. The Voldrax Crusher, which is a, well, physical cadence weapon. So if you like playing a, well, physical cadence warder, for example, this is pretty good, yeah. And also, killing this guy basically marks the end of Act 2. So we have basically defeated Act 2 now. The Advanced Scourge is like the start of Act 3 here. So, yeah, welcome to Act 3. I should also like go back and hand in some quests, right? I have like way too many quests here that I've not done. Spellbreaker is an outplay the Postal Carnist. Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends like if you want to like play melee or caster. I would say if you want to like play melee, then you should play Mightblade first, right? If you want to play caster, then you should play Arcanist first. Arcanist first is, in my opinion, slower. Like it's gonna be slower leveling, but also safer leveling, right? And melee is always a little bit less safe because you're melee. But for like, I mean, so far you can see it's still like pretty safe because we have like enough HP and also we have like enough CC through like Ring of Steel and ABB.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
So, I mean, so far melee is pretty smooth as well, I would say.
See you around.
But yeah, like TLDR, both versions, so like both ways are good to level for Spellbreakers. Both can work, you know.
Now that come, friend, right to business. Nobody.
Let's also do the side quest right that I've not done yet, the strange key side quest here. And also Steps of Torment, we should do Steps of Torment, right? At least up until the gates, right? Because after, like behind the gates, you will find a roguelike dungeon that is like compared to the rest, it's not that easy. Like you should not do that at this stage of the game probably. And you can, but you should probably not. And yeah, melee is, I would say, a little bit more experience, because you have to, like, sometimes know which abilities to dodge, right? And, I mean, if you're playing ranged and kind of like playing around dodging abilities anyway, then you won't have to, like, change your playstyle, right, too much, depending on the enemies that you're fighting. But if you're playing in a melee, then you have to, like, know which enemies to, like, be careful about. But I mean, a normal, I don't know, like, a normal enemy doesn't really deal too much damage anyway, so normal should be fine, even for beginners, obviously. I mean, that's why I'm doing this beginner Nightblade here as well. Like I have, what, 12% chaos stress, and these guys don't even hurt me, right? Even with low chaos stress on normal, you're fine, right? And I mean, if you want to play the same thing, safer, like if you want more last steal as well, like a circuit breaker, you can just use the Ghoul Devotion, right? That's Devotion. Ghoul Devotion instead of Jackal. Especially when you're playing hardcore, I can recommend it a lot. I should probably use it actually. So Salazar, does hurt a bit, actually. That's, for example, a boss that you should be like a little bit careful about. You should like not stand inside a sigil, for example. He has the sigil that he spawns, and you should not stay inside of that, right? He does have a monster frequent as well, Salazar's Sovereign Blade, which is basically a pet item, and also has the ability to spawn one of the Harbingers as a pet for you. So if you're playing a pet build, you should check out that boss, right? So we got Rune Singed Handguards. These are gonna be awesome at level 30 actually. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use these. These have attack speed, elemental runs, elemental awakening +3, and percent elemental damage. Elemental awakening is this ability, so that's also more damage for me, right? Also more elemental runs. I don't need the elemental runs all though, right? But oh well. I'm gonna do some pierce runs. But whenever you're lacking pierce runs on an Light Blade, you can always just put more points into Phantasmal Armor. This one over here. So, yeah. If you need more pierce runs, more armor, just use like more points here.
Well, if it isn't, I haven't.
It's actually really awesome later, but this early into the game, I would not put more than 1 point there actually. It's not needed, probably. Yeah, not really, no. Like whenever you feel, yeah, like you're being squishy and you want to be tankier, the easiest way to like get tankier while also proceeding towards like damaging abilities is just to like put more points into human like mastery bars, right? So hot today for you, really? It's like raining all day for me here. Just rain, rain, and more rain. Has been the same yesterday as well, kinda. I think the whole weekend's just rain, actually. Gore Feast. I mean, it seems nice, but it's not as good as the spectral items, right? So in this area you kind of want to like look out for Ictrix Ravener and kill him, right? Because you have the quest to touch Dahlia's dead body, right? That sounds so wrong, I know. Yeah, that's the quest, I don't know why. And they have like different spawn locations, right? They can spawn here next to the shrine. They could also like spawn, I think, here, here, or here, something like that. So if you don't find them next to the shrine, just keep on looking, like clear everything in the mountain deeps, basically. Oops. Easily 40 degrees, what? You're trolling. 40 degrees in Poland? What? The game really begins in Ultimate. I mean, yeah, normal is like tutorial mode, right? We're like basically playing the tutorial right now. And Elite is like, I don't know, extended tutorial. And Ultimate is like the real game. I mean, look at this. Things are just dying left and right. I mean, if you know what you're doing, then normal is like a walk in the park, basically. You just have to like know how you scale these abilities. You have to like know which monster frequencies to look out for and which to use, right? Such as, for example, the spectral swords and axe. It's basically like what it comes down to in leveling, to like know which items and like to look out for, which skills to level in which way, and also to like not get hit by certain abilities, right?
So how good?
And which green stuff to not stand on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Ideally, just like whenever you see any ground effect, just walk out of it, right? Like better be safe than sorry, just walk out of it.
These are... Come see what's left of
But
my
there's some that you can
wares.
just stand inside and face tank. It's not too bad. Oh wait, I saw the glass that I wanted to use. There we go. Everything else is honestly, it's not even garbage. Like this stuff is not bad. Like Gore Feast, for example, it's not a bad item. Or Blood Reaper's Cleaver. They're not bad at all. But they're like worse than the stuff I have already. So, yep. Vendor trash it is.
I wasn't sure you. I wish I'm going to.
Absorption doesn't apply to degens. It does apply to everything. That's also why Flat Absorption is OP. Like, Flat Absorption also applies to dots. Like, if you have lots of Flat Absorption, you're basically immune to dots. Like, I mean, a dot ticks, right? I think it absorbs the same value, like, each second that the dot deal. Something like that. But I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, I mean, dots don't really... I mean, dots do tick faster in-game than every second. But... I believe the absorption is calculated like per second or something like that, and like the ticks are like reduced by that. I forgot XP potion. Kick W. I forgot logger set as well. What? Mods are here. Hide. Hide your memes. Hide your memes. Oh, what is that? That's also pretty good actually. ABB +2. Fire, cold, movement, pierce runs. And they have more armor, but I like the resistances on the ones that I have right now more. Also the ones I have a proc, right? This one doesn't have a proc. Do people read stream titles? I don't think so, right? They don't, right? But that's okay. Now that's basically supposed to be like a new character for a new series. Similar to my Conjurer Vitality Caster series, right? Yeah, Trauma did no damage, right? Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's pretty good against dots. Night Blind plus X, plus question mark, plus Arcanist Pole. And let's not save this girl because she is a trap. She's a literal trap. So killing this guy gives you a Blood of Chthon, which is pretty helpful. And why am I going back to Homestead? We don't have to go here actually. Demo or no balls. SSF stands for solo cell phone, so that means I'm not using shared stash, and yeah, if you're not using shared stash, you cannot use XP potions or lurker stats, right? Ah, there we go. Is Veteran useless? Veteran is not useless, and I do recommend you guys playing Veteran, like to play Veteran, if you like want to learn the game properly. Like, if you don't want to hit like a wall when you go from like normal to elite, then you should like play Veteran. And Veteran does also give you like 10% more experience, like for everything. But Like, veteran monsters are a lot tougher, like they're way tougher than just 10% more tougher, so overall you level slower in veteran than in normal. But to like learn the game, to like not get the feeling that you're super OP and breeze through everything like I do right now, I do recommend you to play on veteran instead. But I mean, if you don't feel like doing it, then you don't have to, right? Veteran is basically just a challenge mode, right? It's just there for the challenge. It's also there to like learn the game a little bit faster. But other than that, it's not too amazing, yeah. Hey, feta cheese, welcome on. How are you? Watcher of the Frozen North, another Nightblade shield. Actually has +1 all skills though. But I mean, why would you play a Nightblade with a shield, right? I don't know, Nightblade shields need to be crazy good. Otherwise they're just always worse than like dual building. Like, you're not even tankier with a shield as a Nightblade, because like dual blades gives you physical resistance, right? And if you're not like if you don't dual wield, you don't get the bonuses from dual blades. And physical resistance is pretty important actually, especially later on. No, Gollum didn't give us his precious. What is this? I was waiting for like a vigorous of mending Goddess Ring. Dude, health regen builds might be legit now, because you can actually like just farm 2 Goddess Rings. Like vigorous of mending or something like that. Like health regen of health regen would be like the best, obviously. Maybe I should convert my Elementalist back to health regen actually. I think the Vindictive Flame amulet also got buffed, right? Yeah, that's the one, Teddy. That's the one. And also welcome. I think Storm Herald Demise has potential. That is the Lightning Doombolt one, right? I mean, I guess you just play like a caster, Lightning Caster or Conjurer. Your main ability is still gonna be Wind Devil or like Storm Totem, right? And then you just use that on top. And just play Lightning Bolt on top, I guess. You're not gonna like max out Doombolt like Lightning Bolt on a Conjurer, right? Because, yeah, like for Lightning it's just, as you said, it's impossible to get like the right bonus skills. Like all the needed bonus skills, rather.
It's locked.
What? Oh yeah, you gotta kill like 2 Viziers in here. And one of them has a spawn location over there, and apparently I didn't kill it. Chosen set? I'm not sure. I mean, the problem is that... I mean, maybe, right? But... Chosen set has a weapon, right? So... I don't know, maybe you play around Stone Totem instead, like maybe Rise Defender set, right? Not sure what you play, but like Trozen would be more fitting, right? Because of the sigil as well. Yeah, not sure. I don't think it's a good thing that it's a dagger, right? If it was an offhand, for example, it would be way better. Yeah, like if it was an offhand, you could use it together with Trozen instead, right? That would be pretty nice, pretty nice. or like a metal or an amulet, right? Would be so much better. Like metal would be the best, this thing. Hey, Black Fox, welcome on, welcome on. This is gonna be a Spellbreaker. Ravna also has a new monster frequent, right? She has Ravna's Claw, which basically looks like the old Mad Queen's Claw. And Mad Queen's Claw got like a shinier version now. And I mean, there it is, King of Corrosion. This is a... I should pick it up, right? Wait, where is it? Hello? Oh, there it is, actually. This is a Aegis of Menhir item, basically. It's kind of like a Diverge item, or like Sentinel item, I guess. Also, if you're like playing a Pierce Snipe blade, you can use these Herpaderp slicers here that drop in the Hive Queen's lair. Or like anywhere here, or in Act 3 actually. These are really, really good for like Pierce Snipe blades. Insane, actually. But yeah, for cold, I don't think they're like good enough, because the spectral items are just too good. I mean, not always, but almost always, yeah. Nightblade doesn't have an exclusive, that's true. But Nightblade has Execution, right? Execution is like an... It's like an exclusive weapon for skill or something. Execution is way too good. Yeah, +6 to that spell, holy shit. That's crazy. Pretty good. Wait, how do you have +6? We have +3 here, right? And... oh yeah, Crown is right. Nice. Alright, let's kill the amalgamation real quick. Hey, did she get bigger? Wait. This mob got bigger, right? Sandstorm of Corrosion. Oh boy. Plasma Strike, that's your item.
See anything you like?
But it's a low level one, right? So I'm not gonna save it. We don't need any of those actually. Not even gonna change the boost actually. I want to change around. Huh. This is actually hard to save now because both are really good. Tyrant's Grips has more attack speed and more armor. I think I'm actually gonna go with Tyrant's Grips. Maybe not though. This one has bleed runs. Let's go back real quick here and get a new component. 7 new components actually.
Be safe out
So we can hand in this quest, right?
Yes, it.
I need 3 dynamite? Holy shit, okay. We can just craft dynamite now though, right? We can craft dynamite over in Homestead. Not here though.
Best I can with what I've got.
Unholy inscription back here for the wit and bleed resistance. And I think anti-venom salve is a base craft as well from the smith, right? So we can use this as well in the belt to max out the poisonous.
Good price on what I've got left. What brings you to my forge?
So dynamite. Dynamite needs aether shards. I don't have aether shards right now. But we can just craft one, right? Needs like 3 crystals. Okay, have some dynamite. 1 shard is 3 dynamite, right? Who do we want to side with actually? Do we want to side with Commons Chosen or
I'll skip the Legion is
Death's
split on
Vigil?
two. I see my scouts have.
I think I sided with Death's Vigil on the Conjurer, right? So should we go Commons Chosen here on this guy? I mean, yeah, we want to farm Markadar, right? So we have to side with Commons Chosen. Yeah, let's go Commons Chosen. Let's choose the Chosen. So yeah, Spellbreaker. I should just like update the title, right? Just name it like beginner Spellbreaker. There we go. So the main problem is the chaos resistance, right? We have pretty bad chaos res. 12% at 19 aether res. Beginner and hardcore won't last long. And you can play the same build in softcore, obviously. You don't have to play hardcore.
Put it to good use.
You can literally use the same build.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
So we are respected with Devil's Crossing actually, which means we can buy we can buy some of these components, right, that we need. For example, like Aether Soul, it's really great. Gunslingers, Blade Master's Talisman, we are gonna need those like craft higher tier relics later. And Rotten Heart is also pretty good for like crafting other stuff later, so yeah. Also, which one is the +1 Nightblade one? I think it's from Black Legion, right? Legion belt, right? We need to buy this blueprint with them first, before we're like allowed to use it, right? I mean, you still have to like update your Grim Eternals then, or like your rainbow mod, rainbow filter thing, which is also not a mod, but I mean, yeah. So again, we're gonna use anti-venom stuff here on the belt because it has poison rest and also armor, flat armor on the belt as global armor, right? So that's pretty awesome. Also, we will have another quest here. Maybe not. It's actually an honored quest, right? But you cannot farm Elena's until you're honored. That sucks, man. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
I'm gonna craft a Aether Soul though. Aether Soul is pretty good for Aether resistance, I would say. And Aether Soul needs 3 ectoplasm. We have exactly 3. And 3 Wrath Stones, which we don't have. So we need to craft 3 Wrath Stones. These need like 9 Lodestones and 9 crystals, right? Aether Soul. There we go, 1 Aether Soul here. Let's use this on the amulet. Also, let's get rid of this one. So that we can use this here and a soul shard, for example, here to max out our health resistance as well. Right? You can also like press something like verify game files. That could also be the reason why it's not working for you. Anyway, let's do the Lost Cannons quest. The Lost Cannons quest can be a little bit annoying for people, right? Because you have to cross like lots of Aether ground here. And yeah, that is pretty annoying. And you cannot get Aether resistance against Aether ground, because Aether ground is considered ground damage, and ground damage will always deal a certain percentage of your HP.
Well met.
So nothing helps against us. The only thing that helps against us is like you have to like go through it fast and use potions, for example, right? I just don't die, right? That's really the only way to resist against this stuff. There's a dungeon behind us, but yeah, we're not gonna go there yet. It's a little bit more chaos. So Rafa Valdos, thanks for the follow, welcome on, welcome on. There's an ancient Aether Warp totem here, right? So these ancient ones drop like an insane amount of loot, as you can see, but they can also be quite hard. So you can also skip them if you want to. Anchorine's Headguard is crazy though. I'm definitely gonna use this because, I don't know, it's just crazy. Has CC res, Chaos res, Health DA. I mean, this one also has Health DA basically, but yeah, it's just better, right? I'm gonna lose some Pierce res, but I can just use like this ability for Pierce res, right? If it doesn't armor. I have nothing for Chaos res or Aether res, so it's more important actually. And yeah, here's the Herald of a Flame. This boss has a monster frequent now as well actually. Which is pretty awesome when you're playing a Reaper, I would say. Or also Infiltrator, if you want to like play Aether Infiltrator. But I mean, Aether Reaper is like so much more like a natural fit, so to say. But I mean, yeah, you have to get the Amaya in the first place, right? I didn't drop it. Oh well. But if you want to play like Aether Reaper, just farm this thing, right? Should be good. GOG client is still not 1.1.7? What? Damn. Or maybe they have like their day off on the weekend or something, I don't know. Steel Heart Girdle. Yeah, that's awesome. I gotta like make some changes here. I was trying to make a dervish build with Spirit Blades and Guardians. I was thinking about Acid as both classes have Acid RR, but I can't seem to find a way to convert Blades into Acid Poison. Any suggestions? You can use global conversion maybe? I don't know.
Take a look, shall we?
I've not tried to do a build like this yet, so I can't really comment actually. Like I don't know which items you need to like look out for by heart right now. So yeah, this build is pretty good. More basic armor on the belt means also more global armor, right? Also, this fixed our bleed dress again. And the element is still fine because of the one passive that we have. And I mean, yeah, my pierce dress is pretty bad actually. Fanatics overcoat is also sick actually. This is so good. I'm gonna use this for sure as well. It's crazy good. And you can also keep Explorer set, right? Like Explorer is just a nice keep for like additional characters later because like the set does give you like more experience, right? It's pretty nice, like leveling set if you don't have local set yet. By the way, is resilient plating and the runestone, are those like base crafts? I don't think so, right? I'd have to check that out again, right? Ah, it's just I kinda want resilient plating, isn't it? Resilient platings. Resilient plating is a baseline craft from the blacksmith. Okay, nice. So we can definitely use this one. Let's use chest and shoulder. Okay, let's do 2 here. It's gonna give me more DA, more armor, and more pure sense. That's gonna be pretty nice. I'm gonna lose a little bit of HP for that, but that's fine. That's completely fine, actually.
Take a look, shall we?
Keep this. Use this, use that.
Be safe out.
Perfect. So there's this lady over here, which you should save. That's impossible to save her without killing these guys, so you gotta kill these guys, right? And there's another quest over here if you have dynamite that you can do. Also there's another totem here actually. Frozen core. What is frozen core? It's an amulet actually. This is like a debate, right? Because it doesn't have any resistances. It's not that great actually. Unless you're like playing a cold Arcanist maybe. I don't know, like at this stage in the game though, all of F is not gonna be like that important anymore. So, I mean, yeah, we have the dynamite, there we go. Why save her? Because you're gonna like double dip on experience if you save her, because you can. Like, you are gonna meet her again if you save her in the Coven in Act 5. And you can talk to her again and get additional experience there. But I mean, if you want her effigy, I think if you kill her... I mean, if you save her, you get the effigy, actually. And if you kill her, you get her dagger, right? But I mean, the items are kinda trash, both of them. So like, you shouldn't... like... save or not save her, depending on the weapon that you get, right? Welcome, Naomi. Song requests? Later. Like maybe half an hour from now. This guy also has a monster frequent, right? This guy's monster frequent will probably only drop though if you have the Forgotten Gods expansion, right? Because it does give you like +1 Oathkeeper. I mean, I don't get it anyway. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, it's not really important for this guy anyway. I should apply my devotions though, right? I'm gonna aim for Rumor here next. Rumor is gonna be basically a staple for every cold and acid build because it has resistance reduction. And that is really important Grim Dawn, so you should get it. Four to 5 on the Blood Grove. Insignias, right? We need 5 insignias. We need to kill Bolvar for Comet's Chosen, actually, which we already did. We needed to save the farmers, which we already did as well. So that's pretty good. Did basically all we needed to, except for 1 insignia, which we're gonna get here. Yeah, so now we did everything here in the Blood Grove that we need to. For now, at least. And we're gonna move over to the next Rift Gate, right? If you go east, you go to Fort Heron and the Stone Rent Quarry, right? If you go west, you go to the Grass Mill, and we have a quest for that right now. Also, there is one secret vendor here, actually, that I can show you real quick, right? Over here, you go to this Rift Gate, right, and you go like this, and then you go here through the tube. Just keep on walking. And then you will find this small island here with a vendor, Benevold, and he can sell you, for example, spectral longswords, which is great. And also components, also like these amulets from both Comet's Chosen and Death's Vigil. So if you have started, for example, with Death's Vigil, but you still want to like farm these, and you can buy them here because they're not gonna drop for you, right? Also, I'm gonna buy the Vampiric of Frostbite because Vampiric of Frostbite is like prefix as lifesteal and suffix as cold damage, and that should be better than my Shield of Corrosion. Maybe like, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be like a little bit less flat damage, but overall it should be way better, so we're gonna use it.
Iron well spent.
And yeah, to equip that, we're gonna go back to Devil's Crossing real quick.
Let's take a look, shall we? Dive for now.
So now we're gonna have some lifesteal as well,
Like,
which is great. Actually, Harold's J-Cut is also, like, Harold's set is such a really good set. As you can see, like, it has pretty nice defenses, and also on the 3-piece you get +1 all skills, which is awesome. But as a standalone, since we already have Fanatics Overcoat as well, I think Fanatics is actually going to be a little bit better.
iron well spent.
Because Fanatic has like lots of total and attack speed. Yeah, let's go back here. Oh wait, there's a totem here. Oops. Forsaken. Forsaken totem. That's not good enough. I mean, it's a little bit better than my chest right now, I guess. Actually, it's not, because my chest has Aether Rest, right, and I kinda need Aether Rest. But this has more armor. I'm gonna use Fanatics under the 35 anyway, right, so... It's not really worth it to like switch around for like only like 2.5 levels now. Zarya the cover also has a monster frequent now, but hers is kind of catered towards pet builds, so it's kind of useless for me. I didn't get it anyway. Oh well. We have Swamp Dweller's leggings though, which have pretty good stats, so we're gonna use them. And we should probably like use a ancient armor plate now here, or even mutated scales, right? And armor plate does increase my armor, like my effective armor as well. Like it doesn't really like only increase my base armor, it also increases my percent like armor absorption. So my armor has now 76% effectiveness instead of 70%. And that's pretty good. Honestly, I don't even need the poisonous, right? Like the pencil is still very flexible right now. Blood Reaper's chest. Mark of Anguished Lies. This one has Chaos Rust, but I mean my metal is Catworm's metal, right? I kinda can't change around now Catworm's metal. It's just too good. Way too good actually. The Winter Storm. Of the Winter Storm suffix, if you get it, is insane. Because of the Winter Storm will always be +2 Night's Chill, right? And Night's Chill is the like resistance reduction and aura damage ability of Nightblade. And that's like one of the best skills in Nightblade. So if you get such a item, you should probably use it. Definitely. The only problem is that I'm gonna lose +3 to Elemental Awakening, right? And that's hurting a little bit as well. If I had Night's Chill, like this Winter Storm suffix on the pants would be so much better actually. Let's still change it around, because like, why not, right? Why not?
Need something broken down?
I'm gonna have like slightly undercapped cold dress actually,
Be safe out there.
but you can always just use some skill points for that. Just as like, we need 8 cold dress, right? So you could like put I think 3 points here, and that's already fine. Because each point will give you like 3%, right? But honestly, I mean, this is normal, right? You don't need to have like 80% resistances that badly here. It's not needed at all, actually. You're gonna breeze through the game either way. I did, yeah. I did save the ones that I did on the last stream. It's not in my Google Docs, but I have them locally saved, yeah. I didn't put them there because, like, they are still very unfinished. If they were, like, more polished, I would just put them out there, I guess. I mean, the one that's, like, the most polished is, like, the Aether Reaper, I would say. That one looks pretty nice, actually. But there's some others I want to do as well. Like the... Not sure if I want to do lightning colors or though. Probably not, actually. It's interesting that you can do it now, but... I don't really want to do it, I think. Arcane smokers. Arcanes can strip you of all of your buffs, like all of your auras. They have like a certain initial timeout for their ability, but they have like a purple projectile that they can use, and if that projectile hits you, you're gonna lose all of your buffs. And if your resistances are dependent on these auras, then it can be pretty scary. I mean, mine are, like, my resistances are really not really dependent on auras right now, but maybe later. And yeah, you should like just dodge it if possible. Really annoying. Alright, time to meet Karos, the Act 3 boss, basically. And he's dead. What the f- Alright, this is gonna be it for Act 1 to 3 on the Snipe Blade on normal. And that's probably also gonna be it for this episode. I'm gonna check out some items, check out maybe some pants that I have that I could use instead of these, right? Other than that, nothing too much will happen here. I also gonna hand in the quest. And then on the next episode I'm gonna do Act 4. Alright, Act 4, this act here. I'm gonna do Pine Barrens because I skipped this so far. And then also I'm gonna do probably like Act 5 as well on normal. Like definitely Act 5, maybe even like Act 6 as well. Depending, I mean the
I am
Nightmare's pretty
told I
fast, like
cannot win the
Nightmare can
Legion
zoom
is
around
forced less. I've already
a lot, right?
You're here. With the
It's definitely faster than a Vitality Conjurer. Like Vitality Conjurer is definitely safer, but this one is pretty zoomy. And I like on normal / elite, this one is just gonna be faster, and it's not gonna be like much scarier to play because it's only normal, right? Stuff is not gonna hurt that much. I mean, these are really good actually. Of spines is, I believe, pierce damage suffix, but that's trash. But Thunderstruck already is pretty good, right? Thunderstruck alone already makes these like better than my Swamp Dwellers because I don't really need the Poisonous. I have like very good Poisonous already, right? I don't need the Poisonous at all. Rune Carved of Frostbite as well. Yeah, these are good. Basically Ice Axe Borders, but better.
Well met.
I'm gonna lose Pierce and Veterans though, which is like the base of Ice Axe Borders. So that should still be fine, I guess. Yeah, should be fine. So we're gonna have Wild Color's Cowl, which actually trash. It's like decent when you're playing Shaman, obviously, but other than that, it's pretty trash. Strife, thanks for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Ice Axe Borders. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, I just need more like Aether and Chaos Thrust, right? Everything else is kind of whatever. Mystic of the Flesh Hulk. Pierce Elemental Stun. Doesn't have Aether though. Actually, I should just wait for these, right? Just wait for these.
put it
Yeah.
to good use.
Sounds good. And yeah, we have reached the end of Nightblade. So we're gonna 1 point Blade Spirit, Execution, and Nightfall. Blade Spirit is a player scaled invulnerable pet, which has no cooldown now, right? You can spam this. But you have like a maximum limit of 2. And that's pretty nice that you can just have on like any Nightblade. It's just gonna like be there and, well, be there, right? Did some additional damage, some additional pierce, bleed, and cold damage, I believe. But like more importantly, we have Execution now. Execution is probably the single best weapon pool skill in the game, right? It's gonna proc off my default attacks, just like all of these others. And it's pretty good, yeah. So talk to Brother Eluvius, because we have some stuff to hand in here as well. Wild Color's cow. Call of the Wild Cow.
May the light.
Okay, so you gotta get sealed for this guy, right? You gotta kill Bolvar for this guy, and then you gotta kill Ravok. I mean, I guess we can kill Ravok real quick as well, right? Ravok is like easy to kill. Ravok will always spawn in the Fort Heron over here, so we're gonna go to the Belgrove and then go east. Hey Fear Tigger, welcome on. Good evening, good evening. Yeah, it's gonna be like the last thing I'm gonna do here in this episode. Also, Master Ravok actually has a monster frequent now as well, which is, I believe, useless for Nightblades though, so. I mean, this would still be decent if you're like playing a Reaper, right? Oh yeah, I should rename that, right? I should rename that to Skip a Meme Song and not Skip Worker Sajushka. Because people are getting debated on like to lose 420 blues when there's no music playing. Yeah, I know. I forgot again. Either way, we didn't get DMI. I mean, I think it was useless for Nightblades anyway, so it's okay to not get this. Let's go back to the Bastion here. Actually, no, I wanna go to the Stone Rend Quarry as well, because the Stone Rend Quarry does also have a shrine, right? So let's get the shrine. Oh no, it's only on elite, right? The shrine doesn't exist on normal. Never mind, it only exists on elite and ultimate, right? Never mind then. Jean-Paul, thanks for the build. Follow rather. I'm gonna update this link for level 35 as well. Yo, 9 bears, welcome on, how are you? What? We need like one enemy? Okay. So we are over 35. And this is where this episode will end. I'm gonna put some more points at execution because you want us like be at yeah, 4 points at least to have like a decent chance to use this, because it's really good. Yeah, on the next episode I'm probably gonna start step back into Arcanist and try to make my way to start back. I don't really need more points on Nightblade now. Like whenever I need more elemental runs, I'm gonna put more here. Whenever I need more armor and pierce runs, I'm gonna put more points here. But other than that, Nightblade is basically fine like this for leveling until like the end of Elite or something probably. So from now on I'm only gonna like spec points into Arcanist and get the exclusive Star Pact, get the defensive abilities such as Mirror of Eructes, Maven's Spear of Protection, get the Iskander's Elemental Exchange line obviously as well, get Arcane Will, Nullification, and Fabric of Reality, right? And also like 1 point into Inner Focus at least. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching episode 1 on YouTube as well, and I hope to see you around on episode 2.